It's Madmen Sports. You may be thinking, wow, these guys are in a dungeon.
Why am I holding this thing
This
in my
is
mouth?
different.
We're in the bunker.
The Madmen Sports bunk?
This is the bunker. We are on red alert. Red alert. This is the bunker. This is it. The Bills are in the AFC Championship game. We're in the bunker. The world is ending. It is exactly what you think it is.
It's lit.
It's lit. It's dangerous. We're scared. We're excited. Dave, give me some feedback. How was we missed you on this last pod?
Yeah, I partied a little too hard.
Give me your Ravens review. How do you feel? What's going on in your brain? Lord knows.
For someone that's lived through the
Cry a little bit.
all the bad things that the Bills have been through, whether it's
Right.
the Tennessee Miracle.
Music City.
I'm calling it the Tennessee Miracle. I've lived through the 4 Super Bowls. Don't remember them that well, but I've lived through them. The Doug Flutie, Rob Johnson debacle. All that crap. Chris Watson, how awful a player he was. Leonis McKelvin's toilet paper house. I lived through that. I lived through the Tom Brady era. I lived through the Monday Night Football of the Cowboys game. Most of us live through these sad things. For the Bills to be where they are right now brings a little bit of a tear to my eye. And I don't mean to get emotional, but
You're crying.
the Bills are the real effing deal right now. And it's your typical Bills fans are just waiting for the Bills to fuck up somewhere. They're looking for a loss. They're looking for some sort of letdown, an injury. Kind of seems like destiny right now that none of that shit's happening right now because everyone's jumping on the wagon. Everyone that
Except for Nick.
wasn't a Bills fan years ago. Guys, wasn't a Bills fan years ago.
You weren't a Bills fan years ago?
No, people that aren't Bills fans years ago are jumping on the wagon now, and everyone and their mother is a Bills fan, and that means so much to the city, but it means so much to the people that have been through all the bullshit and all the sad things and have been through. I had season tickets for years. I saw the worst games. I saw the Willie Parker becoming a player in Pittsburgh. I've seen the Ron Dane and Giants in the snowstorm. I've seen it all, and to see this is just a miracle and amazing. It's something to really enjoy because this could be the last week. It could not be the last week, but just take it in and enjoy it.
When I was younger, I would go over to my grandfather's house to watch the Bills game. Now, I'm maybe like 5 or 6 years old, and
You're only 5 or 6 years old?
when I was going.
Oh.
And I was like, hey, Grandpa, why are we watching these games if they just lose?
You still say that.
all the time. Oh, we have lost 3 games. But I'm just like, Grandpa, why are we watching this? And he turns to me and says, Jake, you're from Buffalo. This is what you do. And I just kind of took that for what it was and said, I'm destined to watch these guys every single Sunday. And hey, speaking of that, Zach doesn't like me when I talk about my family. We have a ball.
This is what you do. My grandfather tells me this is what you do. You tell the score, you drop it right in the comment section. Tell me your score prediction for the AFC Championship game. It's got like Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills. No, let them know it's autographed. Buffalo.
Don't let them know.
Let them know. No, it's a good.
It's even got the pen that they signed with.
Yeah, no, that's a borderline Wall of Famer right there, without a doubt.
Scored a lot of points.
Dave's nervous because his one friend's all worried about it.
I'm nervous
Listen,
because they're gonna raid this house when they find out who the Bills on the wall.
no, that's a real no.
It's a Bills great.
He's a top 10 in my lifetime, easily. Top 10 in his position in my lifetime.
In his position,
Hands down.
for sure. I would go as far as to say
In
top
his
5.
position, that's fine. That's good.
I would say top 4 in my lifetime. Is he top 3? Is he top 3, David, in my lifetime at his position? You're getting a top 3 in his
No,
position.
because you know who I have
No.
in the top 3. I'm not gonna say his name, but you
Yeah,
know
but
who
he
I-
fucking sucks.
People that watch the podcast on a regular basis
But then we
should have a
don't-
better. That's a
don't
clue.
know, and then it's like,
I talk about him once a podcast.
I would hands down say he's number 2
Aaron
in my
Williams?
lifetime.
It's not Lee Smith.
If it
Number
was,
2 in
I
his
would be
position.
giving it away.
No,
Let
we
me
would
ask
not.
you guys this.
Number 2 in his position in my lifetime.
Let me ask you this. I'm gonna start with Jake.
No.
So the Bills are
AFC Championship game.
5 days away, maybe 4 at this point, or whenever you're watching.
3 technically.
Whatever. They're a couple days away from playing the big.
Saturday.
We're playing the biggest games of our lifetime. Whether you're alive in the Super Bowl, this is literally the biggest game you're going to experience. We could be at 10 o'clock Sunday night. The Bills could have a championship party on the Kansas City field, Arrowhead, iconic stadium. How do you feel about it right now?
It certainly hasn't sunk in yet. I'm not to the point where I'm like, well, this is going to be the biggest game that I've ever been alive for. I just kind of think if it's another week, and I think that is how they're going into this game as well. It's another week for them. They're looking towards next week.
Yeah.
You know what that next week is.
That's what I keep saying. In all the text messages and all the conversations I have, I don't call next week next game what it really is. I just say, we're just ready for next game. I'm ready for next game. I think that they get to the next game. I know there's a lot of Kansas City fans that are going to be in the comments saying, are you kidding me? We have the second coming of Jesus. What are you talking about?
And maybe they do. Maybe they do.
But I'm telling you,
or they don't.
that you're running into Haley's comment right now.
Shout out to his brother making TikTok.
Well, let me ask you this also. With the Bills, and we all have our routines this Sunday. We all have our thing. We're all smoking. We either smoking food.
Food.
Smoking weed. He said smoking weed.
Smoking food, eating food, have your routine where you
It's
got
still
to
illegal.
run around your own car 10 times in a row with your hat off.
Raul?
We all have a routine.
It'd be
So let me ask you this, and I don't run around my car 10
Free
times.
plugs.
Are you guys watching the first game? Are you interested at all?
No.
It'll be on while we smoke our meat.
Hippie crack snacks.
I'm not gonna lie. I got two
Wait for
different
the game.
butchers. I got two different butchers coming in this week. I got Federal Meats. I got Maloney's Meats.
Oh, shout out to Maloney's Meats.
Yeah, I got a pork
No,
shoulder.
Federal meats.
I got a pork shoulder. I got a brisket coming. I'm smoking it all day.
Wings.
We're gonna be eating.
That's fine, that's
I'm
fine.
50-50 on the wings. You guys are gonna run me broke.
Wings are boring. Wings are cheap, so I don't know why that's going to run you broke.
Wings are up right now. You don't know about the meat game.
Everything's up right now.
I know about the meat game. You know what's up right now? The
econ-
Buffalo
I'll tell you what's
Bills.
up, the economy.
The Buffalo Bills are up right now. We are on fire. 15-3 this season. 15-3 this
I
season.
thought we went 13-3.
Playoffs, 2 more.
Oh, we won 2 playoff games this year.
The record books will say 13-3.
Oh.
Reality is we're 15-3 right now.
You know what? We
won
went undefeated in preseason. Undefeated in preseason.
Lee Smith, baby.
He got those
Well-
reps, mental reps.
Well, there is an elephant in the room, which I want him
Jesus
to get
Christ,
out of here.
I'm trying, man.
Dude,
Well-
I went for 2 walks this week.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
I did one. I went for
You
one.
are a liar.
Didn't we, Dave?
So let me ask you
They're
this.
gonna yell at us for
We
talking
did.
too much.
Oh my
Well-
God, I don't care. I'm
Well,
excited.
because
It's the
I have a
AFC
list of
Championship
questions because I told you I was thinking about this all
Just
day.
go ahead. Do it.
I don't want to harp on this too much because I think everyone in the entire world and anyone that watches or anyone that watches sports knows that Patrick Mahomes is playing.
The world.
We all know how we feel about Colin Cowherd's comments about they should not play the
He's a
game.
coward.
That's stupid. He doesn't know how football works. Whether he's kidding or not, it's still a stupid thing to say. Jake, with Mahomes, he's playing. Let's not bark around whether he's playing or
He's
not.
playing.
How effective is he going to be on a scale of 1 to 10?
I mean, he's Patrick Mahomes. He's one of the premier quarterbacks in this league. It's hard to be a parent sometimes. But you have to understand, Patrick Mahomes
I do.
is one of the best quarterbacks in football. Josh Allen is getting up to his level statistically.
I think
They
they're
are
neck and neck right now.
neck.
Right now.
But
Neck
you
and
have
neck.
to understand, it's not a pinched nerve. If you saw that guy stand up, he did not pinch a nerve in his
Ooh, we
neck.
got Dr. Diamond.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Someone that's had some concussions in his lifetime.
We can take
Concussions are nothing to mess with.
Wu-Tang ain't nothing to fuck with.
But
Copy.
the reality is, whether it's concussion, a pinched nerve or not, I
It's
do
not a
believe
pinched
it's a pinched nerve.
No, the fuck it's not. Did you see him?
If he was able to go into the game, he would have went in. It was a do or die situation. So he is probably messed up pretty
We're going to
bad.
kill him.
He was
It's a situation where he's going to play.
It's not
It's not even worth talking about. I think the thing we should be talking about, and Zach knows where I'm going with this, isn't his pinched nerve, isn't his bush brains. It's necessarily the turf toe. The turf toe is going to restrict him from
Running.
avoiding pass rush,
Touching.
pretty much. And whether you want to pass rush him or not, Zach and I had a debate. He thinks I won. I think he won. Who knows? You don't want to pass rush.
I never think
You don't want to pass
I would.
rush Patrick Mahomes.
Yes. You
I think the turf toe is something that no one's talking about.
You said you wanted a pass rush.
They should. I know.
I-
I want to see if you're paying attention to me.
No.
So Zach,
I did win the
with
debate.
Zach, with the same question to you, what's the concern with Mahomes this week?
Listen, the bottom line.
That was fucked up.
If you're expecting to go into this big AFC Championship game with a healthy Patrick Mahomes, you're going to be off by a little bit. Now, I don't know what happened in the full Cleveland game.
Yeah, what's the weather?
He left the game. He was walking. He was ginger as could be out of that game.
He was hurt.
And I'll be honest, you're not going to get that a week later of a complete bill of health out of Patrick Mahomes. No matter what happens, he's not going to be 100%. And that's the bottom line going into this game is, can you get a 100% Patrick Mahomes? And they're not.
You do.
So what do we do in order to combat an 80% to 70%?
You are not
pitcher
full
control?
health.
That's what I'm asking you. What do we do?
And that's really the case. Now, I harped on Dave all week. I've been harping all week. I've learned. I got a piano in this house, and I also got a harpsichord. I also want to really dive into, do you pass rush him or do you not? You know what? He killed us week 6 by extending drives with his legs. If he's got a bad foot, who's to say that the Bills don't benefit off of getting him caught in the pocket?
I think the Buffalo Bills did a fantastic job just sending their front four, and I think
agree.
we're going to see continued success with that. I think we're seeing Jerry Hughes, we're seeing Quentin Jefferson, we're seeing Trent Murphy in unprecedented territory. This is different football. This is a different caliber of football, and I think the Buffalo Bills front four have shined when the lights are on. So I don't think we'll need to send more. I know Taron Johnson, they'd love to rush him off the edge. I think we will see that a lot because he does play basically every single snap. He's in whether or not there's a slot wide receiver, I believe.
Say it again, I'm sorry.
Taron Johnson's in whether or not there's a slot. He plays all the time.
Yeah, they go 2 linebacker sets more often than not. They're pretty much a nickel team.
So Taron Johnson off the edge, been a big asset for us this year. So I don't think you need to send the house. I think Taron Johnson in the front four will get it done.
You see, I don't think you pass rush him because I think you have enough confidence in your defensive backfield. Watkins is back this week, and you need to cover him for whatever reason.
He was out week
He's
6.
He's not very good. I don't think very high on Watkins, but he always finds a way to play against the Bills. The guy I think you need to worry about is Darrell Williams, who is a running back that catches a lot of passes too. Hilaire Edwards is back this week, if that's his name.
Edwards Hilaire, but
Edwards Hilaire is back this week, and I don't think we talk about running backs every single week, and they just don't end up killing us. They have like one rush, and then all of Buffalo gets
Except for week 6 when he had 253 yards against us. But I don't think
and I'll bring week 6
guys,
up.
let's wrangle this conversation.
Well, wait, I got my point here. You don't want to pass rush because we have the Bills' defensive backfield that you have to trust at this case. So you just leave Mahomes to try to win the game for you. Bills pass rush isn't good enough to pressure him right now, and I know that sucks to hear for people. Hughes had a huge game. They're still not good enough for the pass rush against Pat Mahomes. The question I was going to ask, Jake, with the next one was week 6 when the Bills played Kansas City. What do we do differently? The weather was bad, keep in mind. Everyone's freaking out because the weather was awful this game.
Besides the run, which I think a lot of that has been fixed on the defensive side, it's going to be matching up with Travis Kelce. We basically all but eliminated Tyreek Hill in the first matchup, but Travis Kelce scored 2 touchdowns against us, and I think the Bills, as deep as they are, have so many options for attacking a tight end, whether it's going to be Jordan Poyer with his physicality and speed, or we're looking at Matt Milano with his speed and size, or putting a corner on him with Taron Johnson. But I think locking down that matchup early in the game is going to be the most pivotal thing in this game, because Travis Kelce, being the player that he is, being at 31 years old, still being a top 5 receiver in this league, you have to shut him down. You cannot let him get going. And I think continued success we are going to be having guarding Tyreek Hill. I don't think that he's going to get much of any action with Trey White.
Yeah, I can give you the full rundown, but this, at the end of the day, this is the difference between the Week 6 Buffalo Bills Kansas City Chiefs versus the Week, 19 at this point? Week 20. Week 20 matchup. That's crazy. That's so crazy.
I can't believe we're still playing.
Is it 20? Yeah, it's Week 20. Holy shit.
We're still playing.
Can't believe we're still playing. This is Madden's life right now. And Josh Allen Diggs put up Madden stats.
This is franchise mode on rookie.
This is franchise mode right now. I always play on pro, at least.
Well, no.
I didn't know rookie exists.
You know it exists, sure.
All right. But like I was saying, listen, you're a Bills fan right now, you're watching this show, you're like, oh my God, these guys kind of suck. They're in a fucking basement. What the hell are they doing? What am I doing watching this? And I'll tell you what, we aren't, but we are now. We're in the bunker. This is the bunker, not a basement. I bought a new house. I digress.
You can't scream like that.
I just did. But the bottom line
The
is,
war room.
Taron Johnson playing at his absolute peak. The whole backfield's playing at their absolute peak. Week 6, Levi Wallace did not play. Take that, put it in the one pile for the Bills.
Watkins didn't either.
Put that in the Chiefs pile. Now, Dawson Knox has that huge third down catch against the Ravens. He's kind of showed his worth throughout the game. This past couple weeks. He didn't play against Week 6 of the Chiefs. Matt Milano didn't play Week 6 against the Chiefs. This is starting to add up in the Bills' favor.
Josh Allen's hurt.
Josh Allen, a separated shoulder against the Chiefs Week 6. He was 2 weeks off of that. Definitely had a. That was when his slump happened for the season, for crying out loud. Tremaine Edmonds still hurt Week 6 against the Chiefs. The defense never got their footing until after at least the bye week. It is clear to say, it is clear as day, that the Buffalo Bills are insurmountably a better team than they were in Week 6.
1,000%.
I don't even think you can argue
The
that.
Bills are on fire. We've been
How
in
about yours?
such uncharted territory, unprecedented. We've been humbled against the Colts. We played fantastic defense against the Ravens, and I think we're going to bring it all together, and we're going to have a complete game. We're going to have a shootout from the offense perspective. A blowout, 45-10. You know that's my score every single week, 45-10. But I think we're going to see a complete game from the Buffalo Bills. We're going to see a wonderful passing attack from Josh Allen and company. We're going to see a fantastic defensive gridlock with a wonderful secondary, the two best safeties in this game.
Wow.
Do you disagree? I think we have the best
I
safety tandem.
I think we have the best tandem, yes. Safeties individually, no.
No, I would agree with that. Tandem, yes. But yeah, I think the Bills pull out a win for their first Super Bowl since 1994.
First.
So,
They go. That's the name of the game, boys. They're going to the Super Bowl if they win on Sunday.
How
sometimes,
can you lose?
Jake, sometimes Zach and I do talk without you, and
That's kind of screwed up.
we talked yesterday just about how the stars are kind of aligning with this team. Like you always, and I brought this up in my open monologue, that you guys talked through. Nothing is really wrong with this team right now. Everything's just kind of perfect right now. There's not a thing that we're really even concerned about. They had the AJ Klein problem. That got fixed. We had the Milano injury problem. That got fixed. We're undefeated with Milano in the lineup. Josh Allen has been just absolutely a gunslinger all season. Diggs, the trade with Diggs, that worked out perfectly. Zach, please add to this.
I just did. I mean, the whole defense is
Give
completely
them a
crickets.
27-year stat. The Bills play the Chiefs in the AFC
That's not my
Championship
stat.
every 27 years.
So Zach, can you that up?
27 years ago to the week, we played the Kansas City Chiefs, and then 27 years prior to that, we played the Chiefs for the AFC Championship.
AFL championship at that point.
You watched the '93 championship today, didn't you?
I did during a long, lengthy meeting at work.
What'd you take out of that?
It was 2.5 hours.
What was interesting out of that for you?
Joe Montana sucked ass. I keep hearing about Joe Montana.
Well, it was his last year. It's like Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, I mean, what's
Bills ended Joe Montana's career. Bills ended Phillip Rivers' career.
The one thing that stood out to me was Thurman Thomas being an absolute wrecking ball. I'll tell you what, though, Dave.
Oh.
That 1993 Kansas City Chiefs isn't the 2021 Kansas City Chiefs. So anything I take away from that game is not going to fucking matter.
What was the score to that game?
We know stats.
30-13.
But it's from 1993.
Yeah. So the bottom line, I did throw it on just for a little nostalgic kick. In the
Did you use the link I gave you last night?
No, I used it on my MacBook.
Did watch, this doesn't matter. I watched the TNT game from like the 1950s a couple days ago. It was very cool.
You guys want to know what I watched last night?
Awful fucking show.
No, we do not.
Why are we so excited to the point where we're having a bad show?
Because we're in the playoffs, dude. We don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with my hands.
Never been here
Well,
before.
I'll tell you
I'm not
this.
lying.
We could do predictions in a minute, but guys, we
Never
literally have the
podcast.
the AFC Championship game. What else do you want to talk about? There should be a plethora of shit to talk about.
Super Bowl.
Do you guys ever
Not
seen
yet.
the movie Dune?
No, but I've seen the
No,
game.
not random shit. NFL.
Oh. No, let's talk about the Bills. Let's focus on this. Guys, who do you... David, give me eyes.
I'm right here.
Diamond Dave. Careful with your mic. He's probably... Is he making noises?
Talk to me.
He's
What do you
just
need?
so loud.
What do you need?
The bottom line.
Because you should be too.
No.
Hey, guys, focus up a little bit. Well, right, guys, if you're still watching, thank you. We appreciate it. I mean that genuinely.
Isn't that a couple that always responds, Bob and
the
John?
Blackburns?
The Blackbirds, yeah.
Blackburns. Keith and Susan.
Hi guys.
I like them. I don't know. We all like them. We like everyone that listens.
Lewis
Lewis is probably...
They just got a shout out on the Madmen podcast.
Ready? Who do we got? We got Mike listening still. We got
Raul.
Blackburns. Raul.
Maybe crack snacks?
Hopefully Josh Clark's listening. I like that dude a lot.
Dickhead's listening.
He's not actually listening.
I hate you, Dick.
Who else? Scott's listening still. Who else do we got here? Who else is listening?
I don't know. I read the comments the first day and then I get
Raul,
I'm done.
Scott, Mike, Blackburn.
It is 1 o'clock in the morning. I don't have my phone with me.
It's not 1 o'clock in the morning, so
It is 1 in the morning.
cut it out.
Let's give everyone a little AFC Championship shout out. Come on.
go. I don't have my.
Josie, I read that at 2 in the morning last week.
Mike Atwood.
I said Mike. Raffy. Hell yeah, Raffy. This team is the team of destiny.
Scott Blakely.
Joe.
Yeah, talk to the Blackburns again.
Joe D's the guy. JVT.
JVT, my dude.
That's Jake's guy. That's Jake's guy right
I might
there.
live stream.
Lewis, of course. Ryan Doles. It still doesn't feel like it's happening. Dude, it's been a week. It still doesn't feel like it's happening. Believe me. Donovan Dovak, rack. I wonder if he comes back this week. Jeff Nawarda. Mike Harlan.
Is that the guy that fancy football guy?
Yeah, the homie.
Mike Harlan. James S. He's always watching.
James Snee.
I love
S.
James S.
N-E.
Sue E.
That's Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Jesus Christ.
Hi, your mom.
It is.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to our listeners because they put on a clinic in the comments last week. Clinic in the comments last week against the Ravens. I want to see them do it again this week because we know we're gonna have Chiefs guys, the Kingdom coming in. Dave,
Should we do predictions?
no. Who is the guy that is going to be the difference maker for this Chiefs?
Oh shit!
Bills Chiefs.
I did not expect you to ask me this.
Stop screaming.
You gotta stop criticizing.
He has a half of a beer.
As far as the difference maker goes, it's funny. We talked about the game.
Barely.
We talked about the game for like 20 minutes, so we didn't even talk about the offense at all.
Yeah,
which is
we're-
also
we're-
my point
we're
is
pretty bad.
it's funny how things have shifted through the year. Now we're talking about the defense.
Tectonic plates.
Difference maker of the game.
Pangea.
You know, I look at this as being a pretty healthy team. To me, the difference maker, and Jake, we talked about him a little bit there, is going to be Poyer. I think Poyer is going to be the guy that
Higher and Boyd.
He's got to lock it down in pass defense.
you got Mahomes who's going to be injured. You need to keep an eye on Mahomes most of the
Setting a good
game.
example.
You just need to watch for the big play. Poyer's the guy you need to put out there to watch for the big play.
Yeah.
Now, my rebuttal to that is he's bad in coverage. Who's going to help him?
Well, then there you go. He needs to not be bad in coverage.
Hell yeah. Jordan Poyer, we've seen the stats. We talk about it every week. We loved your play against the Colts. We need you to not be bad at coverage this week. Just do something you've never done before.
If you're listening.
Jake.
Other than Lee Smith, it's going to be Stephon Diggs. It's going to be the whole wide receiver core. John Brown, Cole Beasley's going to have to step up because we're going to have to take off pressure from Stephon Diggs. That's going to be super important. We're going to need Devin Singletary out of the backfield, not from the running game, but from the passing game. Dawson Knox as well. We're going to need a very focused Dawson Knox. It's the AFC Championship. We cannot have Dawson Knox be dropping wide open balls. That needs to be a thing of the past. But yeah, basically all the playmakers on offense need to be top notch.
I'll give you my undisputed most important player, and this is a lock. This is a master lock corner here. Getting kind of quiet. It's been kind of hurt. 3 weeks now, a lot out of him. Cole effing Beasley.
He's gonna get his nut.
We need him to get his nut. I was gonna point to you for that one. Cole Beasley goes off. This team wins this week without a doubt. We have Stephon Diggs doing what he's doing. He's got back-to-back 100-yard playoff games. We know that he's going to eat against that defense. We know he's going to eat. How about this stat? Oh my God, I fucked up my whole thing today. These good stats should be at the beginning. This is the worst defense the Bills have faced since San Diego or Los Angeles. Think about that for a minute. Chew on that.
Chargers or Rams?
They didn't play the Rams this year, so probably the
They
Chargers.
did play the Rams. They not only played the Rams, they beat the Rams.
That was one of the best defenses.
The Professor. Diamond Dave got one over the Professor?
I'm not gonna lie. I keep thinking St. Louis.
Good job, Diamond Dave.
I was like, they didn't play against St. Louis this year.
Yo, let me do my
But listen,
segment.
this is the worst defense they played in the last 7 weeks.
Wanna do it?
By far. Ravens top 10, Colts top 10, Patriots, Dolphins top 10, Broncos top 10, 49ers. Their defense coordinator got a head coaching job last week for crying out loud with the Jets. Can't wait to eat against that guy as well.
Listen, you're hungry. You gotta eat.
Of course I do.
Diamond Dave wants us to.
This is the worst defense they're playing against.
I'll do the same.
Stephon Diggs, Cole Beasley, Josh Allen getting his nut. Who's getting nuts? Give me your nut of the week.
I would like to get it. Well,
Who is your nut of the week?
Dawson Knox.
Dawson Knox.
He has
nut of
another
the week.
Bengal.
Who is your nut of the week?
who's getting a nut?
We're all squirrels.
Tremaine Edmonds.
Tremaine Edmonds nut of the week. Let's go.
That could be a segment we do next year.
We're doing it right now. We're doing it next
Uh,
game too. Give me the weather report, boys.
Jake. Yeah, you know I
Jeff,
always
you
ask you about
betcha.
the weather. Jake,
What's up, buddy?
take me home with the weather. Take me home. What's the weather in Kansas City
Listen,
at 6:30,
Diamond
6:40?
Dave, Diamond Dave cannot read. So
It's
I'm
your
just-
segment.
I'm
It's your
just
thing.
kidding.
It's your
What are
thing.
the numbers? What are the numbers?
Sunday, 45 degrees.
No, Jake, say it with some enthusiasm.
Sunday, Arrowhead Field, 45 degrees with 40% chance of rain. How'd that go? How's that? Was that good?
I'm never asking you to do that again. I don't know if that's what you wanted, but
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm
I'm not even joking about this. I'm not even joking. Half of me wants to rent a hot tub so I can recreate this picture.
Holy shit.
I love this
Send
picture.
it to me, I'll post it. Put it on there. Don't do that. I'll just put it on.
They can see it.
I'm not going to put it on. I'm too lazy.
yo, we took a trip tonight to take a picture. It'll be at the end of the podcast. You guys can see it.
No.
No, you said it was.
I'll put it on the
We'll
community.
post it on the community page. That's how I want.
Please don't do that.
No,
Not
the
the
YouTube
on the
community page.
page. Dennis, we're coming for you.
All right,
Dave, give me a score.
What do you guys think? Let's do some score predictions.
45.
I actually don't want to go first. Jake, can you go first?
45 to 10. Bills.
Give me more than that.
No.
Who's the player of the game? Give me
Uh,
something, Jake.
Dawson Knox.
Dawson.
Sorry, I asked.
He's going to have a bang.
He had a touchdown already. He's gonna
I know.
go. Listen,
Esque game.
listen. Let me give you this. Ready? He had a touchdown in the Colts game. He had a. I don't think they win that game on Saturday without that third down conversion. I could completely see Dawson Knox coming up with a big play. He's been getting better and better.
Yeah, Dave. So.
I'll say that as a guy that hates him. I'll eat crow on Dawson Knox if he makes a big play and gets his nuts.
Yo, I'll get you some crow.
I have crow left. Nevermore from the Ravens.
I don't do this a lot. I'm usually a conservative Diamond Dave, and I get criticized my whole life for being too conservative.
This isn't a political. podcast.
Sometimes
Let's talk about it, man.
Sometimes I pick the Bills to lose. Sometimes I pick the Bills to
Why would you do that?
have a tight game.
Nice.
Currently, what I'm doing is something that I just feel really good about, and it's really bringing this city together. Whether the drive-in's a mess or whether downtown Buffalo's a
Clean up
mess.
your mess.
Don't. We have different opinions on that. But
What?
we'll talk about that off camera.
No,
Don't. What do you expect, dude? Sorry, the drive-in's a mess. What do you expect? Anyways,
Please finish this.
score is going to be 26-10, the Bills, and the deal is, I actually think the Bills will have a tie game at halftime. I think the score will be 10-10, and we will all be having our
Windsor?
heart attacks. We will all be having our several piss breaks because we can't put the beer down. I think in the second half, the Bills absolutely take it away, and I'll tell you what we're going to do at 10 o'clock. We are all going to drink our faces off because the Bills are going to the fucking Super Bowl.
Oh, me too.
Bills are going
We're
to
at
the
the
fucking
pod,
Super
though.
Bowl. Well, I tell you, if I'm doing...
We'll take a shot on the pod.
And the fans will understand this. You guys won't agree. The podcast should be secondary. Everybody should just be partying and worrying about this later.
No, I don't think so. I think we pod and then we revel. We'll revel on the pod. That'll get the party started.
No, we'll get fucking hammered.
No, because you guys don't like me when I drink, so I'm going to do my own thing.
We definitely
And you guys should do your own thing.
And then we'll do
We'll
the
meet up the next
podcast
day.
without Diamond Dave
And
again.
then people don't want it without Diamond Dave, and I want people to say that. Don't podcast without Diamond Dave.
There's a guy who made a YouTube just to talk shit about you. He said you're a prostitute.
Why haven't you shown me that?
His name's
Dickhead.
Dickhead.
Yeah, you know what? Any news is good news. From what I've learned in life, any news is good news. So if the guy wants to make what he needs to
Let me
talk
cut
shit
it
about
skinny
me-
for you guys right here. I'll cut it skinny for you.
Screw you, dickhead.
This is how it's going to go. We're going to be doing pray. Obviously, you already are. Pray and hope that the Bills win. Because next week, Jake and I have lined up the guest of the guests for Media Row that we don't even want to talk about because we don't want to jinx it. Even though we think this team is jinx proof.
Yo, can we get that guy from the Dolphins back?
No. Actually, we could, but we don't want it.
No.
But I'll tell you what,
He hates
bottom
me.
line, we have completely, without a doubt, lined up probably our best media week ever.
I'm not gonna say who it is, but
I
it
can't.
does rhyme with Schmodgers.
Yo, you guys got Aaron Rodgers?
Listen,
No.
we don't, but it's really close. Honestly, one of the guests next week depends on who wins the other game. That's how hot we are right now with our guests.
Shavonte Badams. Devontae.
John
I know.
Bardi.
Yeah, I served dinner.
Mila Bibbers.
I served dinner to Matt Perino this week. Maybe I can get him.
You don't have to. We already did.
You guys want me to get my connections? Want me to get like Chip Kelly or anything?
You don't have to. We already got Matt Perino. Wait,
Tom
wait,
Brady.
wait. We already got Matt Perino?
Did he talk?
New York up? And Ryan Talbot? Oh, I gotta stop leaking all of
Are you
this.
talking preemptively?
Selka Porpaccio. What?
Did you talk to these people already?
Yep, I got Media Week lined up. We need the Bills to win because we'll get We'll get
no.
We'll get Ryan Talbot. We'll get
Tom Brady.
Pat
DeMarco.
Pat Marino.
Yo, I can get Chet Kelly.
We don't want him.
You can't.
Listen, Media Week is lined to the gills next week. Hope that the Bills win. We got this going. My score prediction, and it's going to be locked in. You're not watching. No one's watching.
This is a kangaroo court.
Thanks for watching.
What does that mean?
We're really going to have to wrangle it in if the Bills win. If not, we're going to look back and be
It's
like, what the fuck's wrong with us?
Unprecedented territory. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, normally we've been
It's
prepared
championship week. Everyone should be a little messed up this week.
We've been prepared for everything but this. I literally have 7 hours left at work this week.
Yeah.
And then it's weekend time. Chris's birthday's this weekend.
Happy birthday, Grissom.
Yeah, don't break the fourth wall. Who's Carissa?
My wife.
My life. King of the castle. King of
She's
the
the other half of
castle.
this house. All 300 or 3,000 square feet.
I'll tell you what, it's all of
Shit.
Buffalo's birthday
Why
Sunday
the fuck's
night
that?
around 10
Yo,
o'clock.
tell them their fun fact
Jake,
about this place.
take us home.
It's the highest point.
This is the highest point in North Dunmore.
Jake, take us home.
Listen, my score prediction.
Oh, shit, yeah. So, no, what is it, buddy?
33-21. Buffalo Bills. That's,
January?
that's the most modest one I've had in weeks.
Like and subscribe and comment on the YouTube page, guys. Jake, you can take it home in a minute. But
January.
please let me know that if you don't want these guys to podcast without Diamond Dave, and let us know your score prediction, and let me know who you think's on the ball. We gave you some.
started recording at all.
We gave you some clues tonight. Let me know who you think's on the ball. Jake, take it home.
It's already home. We've
Why'd you do that?